from a real place. It's Neca's real talk from a real place. Hello, 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 people. What's up? What's up? What's up? So today's topic is talking about something I have been experiencing. Um, and I'm just gonna jump right into it. I want to say hey to everybody that comes in. But these are factual events that can also help you all. I'm quite sure they might want to block it when I'm done, but I'm gonna share my truths. Okay. Um, I don't really have to call their names no more. Y'all should know their names by now. But um, so basically, last year, um, and the year before that, prior that December of 2024, I lost my godson slash first cousin. I was really going through a rough time at that point. I didn't really want to talk to people. I was grieving, okay? Grieving. And I'm talking about to the max, okay? So, like I said, I decided that, hey, life is what life is. You go through it. Was it hard? Yes, it was. Getting through that, even through that year, it was really hard to get through that point in my life. But I digress. So, last year, um, we had an incident which really is baffling because um, I'm being slayed in court as mentally unstable. Y'all hear that? That's what they do. Gang stalking. That's what they do. So what it is, um, hey. So what gang stalking is basically a plethora of people that come together to basically stalk you, go through your phone, compromise every setting, steal from you, whatever they want to do, because it again is gang stalking. So like I said, I I could care less about him moving forward. That was perfectly fine with me. Do what you do, baby, okay? But what you're not gonna do is make it seem like I'm crazy and you're not. Cause your ass needs some medicine, okay? The motherfucker is very delusional. I'm about to put it all out there, thetruth.com, so y'all can see. I'm talking about gang stalking. And so with that, it's a lot of people that are working together as a community to take you down. So if that is something that has happened, people are not talking about it. People are not sharing their truths about things like that. But as for me, I'm going to share my truth because if I ain't got nothing else, I got my word. Okay? I'm going to speak truth. Now, the marriage that I was in for 13 years, um, the that's why I struggle with the point of if you continue to listen, Shu, you would know what I'm talking about. Okay. Um, the title should be on there as well. But again, for 13 years I was with this man, married. We had a daughter together. Um, from the beginning, I could just see that this man was a compulsive liar. I mean, manipulator to the max, okay? And it's really crazy to me because I'm just like, I don't like people like that. I don't. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say, oh, I really, really love that person and how they lie. Okay? I'm gonna tell you some of the stories and how we ended up in a relationship, which I'm still to this day is like, fuck did I get with this dude? For real, for real. Um, he seemed very nice and cool at first. So it was just random, like, okay, I'll drop you off at home. But I really didn't want to drop him off at home all the time because it was like, I like my personal time. I could be an extrovert, but I'm very introverted, if that makes sense. So I was taking him, we were working together at the group living facility. And we started, and so then I would like take him, he told me he was done with his girlfriend. Hey, Peter, Peter Fries. My day's going pretty good. Just hey to everybody because I want to keep talking through this so I can really get through this thing and be done, okay? So like I said, the man, he literally told everybody that he had a daughter. Okay? So he said he had his daughter, and her name is Teresa Hayes. He had all these things he had made up, right? And then he had the picture on Facebook. And so I was like, this is a weird scenario because I'm feeling like really this man doesn't have any children. This is what I'm saying to myself. So one day he called me and said, well, people are constantly telling his ex about me. So I'm like, what? I was like, I thought she moved out, because again, compulsive liar, you don't know when you're getting a lie or the truth. You just can't even read them because they lie so much. Like, they're manipulator, mass manipulator, gaslighters, you name it. He was all of that. But like I said, even though he was portraying these different things, I thought he was legit, but I should have known when, some spark between my son and him because one thing about me, I love my kids. I love my children. And my son and him could not get along for nothing. And it could have been partially because my son was used to being the man of the house. So it's like this dude comes in and he's like not trying to get to know the kids, not trying to get to like enjoy them and things like that. He mainly came in like do this, do that, and he did this, he said this, and like telling on the kids and shit. Like I'm like, get your little kitty ass up out of here. Like what the fuck is you on? So he told me he wasn't with the lady that he was with at the time. He told me she had left the house and she left the apartment that they were in and she went to go stay with her boyfriend. Okay, whatever. Not thinking nothing of it. So then he cries. He's crying on the phone. This guy is a perfect actor, okay? I'm talking about all the emotions. He's crying on the phone to me and was like, yeah, we're in a big argument and she told me about you. And I'm like, whoa, what is going on right now? Like, I'm like, this man is crying, full throttle crying. So I'm just like, this is very interesting. Okay. So he continued crying and all this stuff. So I told him, like, look, I don't have time for none of this shit. Okay? Just being honest, straight to the point, no chaser. I don't have time for this shit. I'm like, and this lady was inboxing me because I guess somebody had gave her my name. And she inboxed me and was like, don't listen to nothing he say. He's a liar. And, me, I'm just like, I try to feel my way out of things and try to see how, what's going on? What's the dealio? And so he was like, yeah, they're telling her at the church about you and all this other stuff. And where's my blanket? I know I like my tourist blanket. And he's like, and she's basically everybody telling her about you and on and on and on. And so I said to him that next day when we were together, I said, what are your plans? Because my thing is, if she stays back here, that means y'all in a full blown relationship, and you're telling me you're just paying this woman bills. Interesting. Okay, so girl, this hair is chow, and these nails together. Whoa. But anyway, so he kept telling everybody he had a daughter. His daughter was gonna have a basketball game one day. He was just always talking about this fake ass daughter that he never fucking had. Delusional, right? Delulu. So I'm just like, this dude is not gonna let up with this. And I got agitated like for years, even when he would start talking about it, because I just be like, this is fucking lie. Why is he still keeping going with this shit? So what happened when I let him come and stay with me and my boys, because I'm like, well, this man doesn't really have anywhere to go, so I'm going to try to be helpful and, help him out. I was actually at the point when, like I said, her friend was reaching out, she was reaching out. I did not. I told him, I said, well, whatever's going on with y'all, I have nothing to do with that. I'll fall back off of stuff like that. Because I don't like negative vibes around me like that. So, with that being said, when we first got in a car together, so he was like, I'm going up here on Roosevelt in St. Louis. I was like, what are you going on Roosevelt in St. Louis for? He's like, I'm going up to my baby mama job because her mom and her dad work there. So we went to the job, right? We went to Popeyes on Roosevelt, St. Louis. Now, if you trying to get some food from there, baby, let go. Because it's gonna be a rough 2 hours for you. Okay? So he went in, he burst into the place like he really went in there to talk to somebody, and I'm sitting here looking like, is he ordering food? What the fuck is going on here, So he comes out and he says, oh, I just finished talking to my baby mom. She works in there too. And she works in there too. And so then he began to say, um, that basically this lady told him that the lady moved away with his daughter to Georgia. Again, this baby face was on his she was on his Facebook, so it really looked like he had a daughter, right? And so I just kept looking at the little girl, but I was like, God, there's something to this. So one thing about God, he's going to open my eyes and show me what is going on, okay? And he's going to show me the light, whether darkness continues or whatever. He's going to show me the light on it. All right, so I just kept saying to myself, like, I don't believe this man has a daughter. And he'll be like, you're my daughter, my daughter, my daughter, my daughter. And I'm just like, I got agitated. So it had to be the 6th year. I called his brother, his foster brother, one of his foster brothers, and I asked him, and I said to him, like, so have you ever seen this daughter? He said no. He said no because he said that's a joke between me and my other brother. Like, we joke about it because we know he don't have a daughter, and they never seen her. So I was like, okay, that's pretty much all I needed to hear. So he says one more thing about, oh, I wish my daughter can be here. I say, look, let me tell you something. I'm going to need you to stop talking about this daughter, this fake daughter that you have, because it's agitating the fuck out of me. And I don't know what you're getting out of saying you have a daughter that you don't have. Okay. And this is before Brookie. Okay. And I was just trying to figure out, like, I'm like, this is some crazy stuff because, like, why is homie, like, really for real saying he has a fake daughter? So, background, he was a foster kid. Foster kids tend to um, have imagined a big imaginary station in their heads, and sometimes they are delusional about certain things, or they have lived a life in like bad homes, so they will like lie to get through those things. And that's what I think took place with him. But instead of him being real and saying, hey, yeah, you're right, it was always, oh, I didn't do that, I didn't do that, I promise you I did not do that. And I'll just be like, something's not adding up. Now, he goes to the judge and tells him recently, we're going through a divorce now, that I'm mentally unstable. But I would like to know, what is he? A narcissist? Gaslighter? I think that's pretty unstable. And so he has these child temper tantrums when he can't get his way. So, um, like I said, one day he tried to come talk to me. I really wasn't trying to talk to that man because I was just irritated by a lot of stuff. I kind of really checked out of the relationship mentally in 2018 after doing our vow renewal because it was just a lot of drama with him. Like, he is toxic.com, okay? He will try to bring whatever he can to the table to make it seem like he's really telling the truth, but the whole time the man be lying. And I'm talking about not just lying, but he be lying, okay? So I was like, what is this dude getting out of this? Like, but anyway, nevertheless, I was with him, but the stuff was, it was a lot of drama in the beginning. So I just was like, I'm about to be like done with this dude. I can move the fuck on because he got too much shit going on. And I'm sick of it. So the lady told him in the Popeyes that the girl moved away to Georgia, and all of that stuff. Now, I looked at the picture one day. We pull up on Harlem. I look at the picture, and his god sister pulls over next to us. And I see the little girl in the car. So I look over and I'm like, that's that little girl. So I don't know if he did some freaky stuff where he had a baby by his god sister, but it's really weird. Like, really weird. I said, what was the purpose of him pretending that his god sister daughter was his daughter? Don't know. To this day, I don't know what he got out of that. So, I was getting ready I was at the point that I was about to like not marry him, and he asked me to marry him while all this stuff was going on. I really should have just said, no way, Jose. Cause it was so many red flags. And that's how you get into things that you don't know, like what's going on with them. So he continued to say he had this daughter, but I'm like, I already found out this is his god sister daughter. He's claiming her like she his daughter, but she's really not his daughter, if that makes sense. So I was like, I haven't shared this with a lot of people, especially like my real close friends, my besties, like they know. Hey, romance women. Romance woman. Good morning. And no, it's night for me. Where are you at? How are you doing? Nice to see you. I'm doing great. You're in Brazil. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate everyone that, are tuned in from wherever. I really, 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 really appreciate y'all. Y'all like for real, for real. All right, chat here, please. Us hand signals. Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to do no sign language. I might start gang banging, and I don't know if it's right. I can do this though. I can give you a heart. That's all I got for you. I'm so sorry. I wish I did have a person to interpret for you, but I don't. I don't. I never. My friend, I have a really my BSE. She's really good at that. Oh. I'm telling my story now, y'all, so y'all could see how I'm kind of doing. So again, I'm talking about the topic of gang stalking, but I'm sharing my story from the beginning to the end. And so 2018 we did a vow renewal. Because I had finished school and I was, ready to work and stuff. And I wanted to help him because he was struggling. He was working 2 jobs and it was struggle for him. And I was like, as a wife, thank you. I'm so beautiful. Aww. You all always want to marry me. I, you have a lot of money. Look, you gonna have to go to my West Side Neca, that motherfucking girl 42 at IG and DM me, okay? Cause I love money. All right. So anyway, back to the story at hand. So y'all can follow me on Coach Neca too at CoachNeca. Y'all can follow me on there. What's that? Neca is spelled literally the way that you see it on here, except for it doesn't have as many R's in it with the 42. So it's Westside Neca, that girl. I'll actually probably put it under the caption so you all can just know you can follow me there as well. And because I need all the followers I could get, okay? Because I'm giving y'all everything. I'm giving you poetry. I'm giving you comedy. I'm giving you all of that, okay? So, he came to me and we ended up getting married. So, then he told me that the lady had stole checks from him. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, that's crazy. So you can't help me pay rent right now. I'm sorry. Yeah, we can just chat. Why do you want to marry me? I don't. You got a lot of money for me. I need all the money I can get. I'm telling you. Just send it to me. Okay? Just send the money to me. All right? So back to, like I was saying, y'all are so funny. Y'all be like, I want to marry you and all that stuff. I be like, that's so cute. I have to screenshot it. It's so cute. So anyway, it was at that point that I had a migraine headache. I was just so irritated, and I was about to lay down, and he was like, will you marry me? And I was like, I said yeah, but I had a migraine. I shouldn't have said yeah. I should have said, you need to wait till I feel better or something, because I need to really think on this or whatever. I asked my kids how they felt. They said they were okay with it, but they say it's my life. But my thing is, if you all don't feel no kind of way about it, or you see red flags, y'all let me know. Whatever. Because me and my kids are abundant like this. So then, we had made the discussion or whatever the case may be. So one day, like I said, I was grieving in 2025. I was grieving. I lost my job. I lost my baby in 2024, at the end of 2024, my godson. And then February, Black History Month, I got fired by black over 2 white hoes. Okay, I'm just saying. And so literally it was 2 days out. Okay, February 26th. These people, and I had accommodations, I had all that stuff, and those people did not care nothing about accommodations. I mean, once Trump got in office, they said give everybody accommodations or whatever. So, with that being said, um, he asked me to marry me, so I got married to him in 2012, February. Um, and we have been in a lot of places, but I just noticed it was nothing but drama with this man. He'll be like, I plan on being at peace, and my home is peace and all that type of stuff. But how your home gonna be peace, my bro, when you the one are causing ruckus on a regular just because you want attention? You're an attention seeker. So that's what attention seekers do. So I would often go on my staycations, my time to myself, because I was like, no, I am not about to deal with this man on a consistent basis. Like, he really irritates grinds my gears badly. Um, please, oh my goodness, yeah. You're talking about marrying me. It's too soon. I can't be marrying people. See, that's my problem. I got married twice, and I got married in 3 months. That is not good. And I'll tell you, it's not good because you don't really know the people like that. Like, you don't know them. You don't know them from a can of paint. So, anyways, so we got married, and then, like I said, he started doing stuff and talking about my kids, what they were doing. I tell you one thing about me. I am a mother, and I'm a disciplining mother. I'm a nurturing mother. I'm going to make sure you eat. I'm going to make sure you got your clean clothes. I'm going to make sure you eat, all that stuff, all the things that you need. And I can supply them to you as your mother. I'm going to do that and more. So, at first, I was having problems with my first husband because, it's like back and forth, back and forth. We cool now, though. It took 10 years to get to that point, though, because when people are bitter, they do things to you, and they continue to do things to you to hurt you in any way possible. So that's what you have. So let's get fully on into the convo. So, he decided that he wanted to one day come up here and talk, and I'm like, hey, I don't want to talk right now. I'm just really grieving. I need my space. Like, leave me alone. Don't want to really talk. Don't want to be bothered. The man was leaving out at 5 o'clock in the morning, going to this woman's house or whatever the case may be. This has been going on for quite some time as well. So, with that being said, and he would send me his location, but he knows I'm not one of those people. I don't check people's phones. I don't ask you what's your location. I'm not doing none of that because I don't have to. If I gotta do all that and I need to put all that kind of energy into something, I don't want it. It's too much. It's too much, and it's too much going on in that kind of scenario. So, yeah, he thought I was gonna be one of them people checking his phone, all this stuff. I would see stuff. I would see him looking at big booties, all that type of stuff, and I'll see him. I'll be like, "Oh, you looking at the lady booty?" He'd be like, "No, I ain't looking at that lady booty. I don't be looking at nobody." I'm like, "Oh my goodness, this man." It's okay to look at a booty. Even if you're married, if you want to look at a little big booty, you say, "Oh, there's a plum." Okay, big booty Judy. All right. So he, like I said, the end of 2018 is when I checked out because he started arguing with me. And the previous day, I found out that I had vertigo. And it probably was vertigo because I worked in Blue Cross Blue Shield. And I had to go all the way to the 70th floor. So it was a lot. So all of a sudden, he said something to me. It was Christmas. I love Christmas. That's my favorite holiday. So if you start some drama with me around Christmas or any holiday that I love, especially my birthday, oh, we into it. We into it bad. So, Oh my goodness, give me your finger. I will. You, how are you just gonna come and just marry me? Like, you don't even really know me. You gotta get to know me before we can get married. But the ring size is a 8.5. Okay. It's a 8.5. My love, after I marry you, please know you know. Shave my hair on your home and your good teacher barbershop. Shave my hair on your home and marry you. I don't know what you said, but that's whatever. So like I was saying to you all, so he came up the stairs and he was very dramatic and he fell. This was in 2018 Christmas. He came upstairs like, I want to finish this argument, blah, 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 blah. Before you knew it, the man fell on the floor, right? Fell on the floor. And he grabbed his chest like he was Fred Sanford. Elizabeth, coming to get you, honey. You know, that type of shit. I'm like, this is some weird shit going on right here. So he did that. I called the ambulance. He told the ambulance he can go. He was okay. Then when the ambulance left, then this man said to me, I need you to take me to the hospital. Now, sir, how am I going to take you to the hospital when I have vertigo? If I have vertigo, that means that I can't really drive because I'm dizzy myself. But that's just shows you how sick people can be, like, for real. And then Christmas Day, we're sitting in the hospital. Now, I did not want to take him. I wanted to drop him off and just go back home because it was ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. And it was another one of his acts. So then, you know, when he was, well, I told him in July I wanted him to go because I was just tired of the drama. I was tired of drama. Drama, 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 drama. Save it for your mama, not for me, because I don't got time for it. So when I didn't want to talk to him in 2025, that's what he displayed. Well, he has displayed anger and temper tantrums and hitting walls and all that other shit before. He hit this wall like Incredible Hulk smash. I was like, what the hell is going on right now? Then he's like, do something. Like he had PTSD. Do something, do something. I'm like, nigga, if I do something, you ain't gonna be here to tell the story. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, so then after that, it made me act out of character to the point that I was like, okay, you want to fuck up my shit. So let me go fuck. And I did. And so then he calls the police on me, and I'm like, nigga, you the one started this shit. Like, what the fuck? So, long story short story long, he continued to act out. So in March, I knew that I wanted to go to Cat Williams' Heaven on Earth tour for my birthday because I love Cat Williams. That's Unc right there. And so he was like, I bought tickets for you and you know whoever you want to take. Then it comes up to the Hi, what are you talking about? Oh, so after marriage, will I buy a chair, a razor, haircut? Oh, you cut hair? Oh, so that's nice. I could cut your hair for you. You're gonna have to go to a barber. You're gonna have to go to a barber. All right, chat here. Okay. I told you I'm just gonna I know you want to marry me. I know you do, but I'm right now I'm trying to finish this story. But it's so cute. You want to marry me. It's so nice, so cute. I don't ever think I really want to get married again, y'all, because after 2 marriages, you just be done. I don't know. That's just me. I wasn't really looking for love, okay? Because I was like, I already had too much going on. But if Hayab, you want to marry me, we're gonna have to find you a barber to get your hair cut, okay? All right. So again, like I said, I'll put my IG page as well on there so that you can follow me and I'll follow you back. And then we can chat in the DM. All right. So passing up, gone past, had the baby. 2013, we had Brooklyn in 2013 of February. So February was a busy month for me at one point because it was anniversary, Valentine, and it was, my kid's birthday, like 4 days apart. So, we went ahead and did what we needed to do. But like I said, after he hit that wall in 2025, and he always had like these kid temper tantrums, like where he just explodes and then he thinks somebody's supposed to be like, oh, okay, he exploded, now I don't know what to do. No, we're not it must be Eagle Man. No, we're not doing none of that, okay? So I was just like, to the point, I was fed up, I was tired, because first of all, I'm already going through a crisis. And then for you to come and react to me and start drama to the point that you're beating on my walls, breaking the house down for what? Just because you felt like it and you felt like you was a big man, but now you're the one that shows the aggression on a regular. And now you want to put me on order of protection. Make it make sense. Okay, so then I told him, I said, so July, I want you to be gone, because I'm like, I'm tired. For Memorial Day, I asked my brother to come and barbecue, only because I know my brother can barbecue. And my son was talking, me and my son was talking about it. So I was like, oh yeah, that'd be cool, right? Because for 13 years, I never really liked his barbecue. I'm gonna be honest, because we had to stop doing my sauces and all that type of stuff, and then the barbecue just didn't taste like it normally would for me. Because I'm one of them people. I'm gonna put the barbecue, dip the stuff in the barbecue, put it in the oven, let it marinate a little bit, and then get right to it. So he got mad because I asked my brother to come and barbecue. Now, I was buying a grill so that my brother can cook on. Because my brother was already saying like that grill was a nigger rig grill. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So he didn't really like barbecuing on it, because you had to flip the stuff so often because it will burn your stuff if you don't. So I told my brother I was coming, and so my brother had went to the store, and so when he came back, he was like, "Neca, your tire flat." I said, "My tire's flat? What you mean?" He said, "Your tire's flat." This man walked in and out all day, never once told me that he did that to my tire. And I know he did it, and I'm going to tell you how. Because when he went onto the ring system, he has dyslexia. So he went onto the ring system and he put in some words backwards, and I know how he writes. So he's like, did anybody else get their tire stabbed for Memorial Day? Trying to really boast low key, like for real. Nigga, you know you just did this to my tire, so now you're gonna go on the ring system and put this in a community like, yeah, that happened. Everybody's getting that. No, everybody didn't get that. You did that. And then what you did after that was delete the footage so that I wouldn't see it. Right? So after that, because that was in May, Um, I just felt very uneasy with this man, and I felt like it was about to go like really, really left and really south. So I asked him, can he leave? Um, let me keep the house. So our daughter would always have something to come back to, you know, or whatever the case may be. He said, yeah, it's okay. But then, um, this lady that his girlfriend began to tell him something else. And I could tell when somebody's in this man's ear, by the way. Been with him for 13 years. I know when he's under the influence of somebody else. And this lady was all in my business talking about, you need to get a job, go take your meds. And the number one line as a kindergartner, you ugly. I said, she's slow. I think she a little remedial too. So, but they not remedial when it comes to this gang stalking that they're doing. So I noticed that it was numbers that would keep calling me, keep calling me, keep calling me, keep calling me. I blocked these numbers. I blocked all these numbers. I blocked these numbers. They were all bunched together, which let me know that it was gang stalking. So they compromised my phone, compromised my phone, compromised my phone, all in my accounts, stolen my money. You know, I tried several times to close these accounts. These people are not closing these accounts. So I'm just like, well, maybe they're gonna pay for it because I'm not paying for that, you know. Because if you stole it from me, you need to pay it back, buddy. Period. So, anyways, they kept going to my phone. But it started off with his stud. I think she like a best friend of his foster brother or whatever, talking about some call this man and all this stuff. I'm like, call this man for what? The man was getting on my nerve. He's a fake person, and basically that was the way for them to get all of my like pages, everything I do, everything I say, all my notes, everything. So I didn't change my number. I didn't change my email. And these people are still, do you hear me, in my phone. I wake up the other day, I see something on my phone. I was like, I know I wasn't in my notes before I went to sleep. I don't know if he thinks like I'm delusional like that, like him. You know, I'm not. I know what I did before I do. I know how I set stuff. I know how if somebody touched my stuff. I know all of this, okay? So, he... So, one day... What day was this actually? I was getting ready to go to my Nigerian friend funeral. And when I was on my way to get ready to go to his funeral, that's when he stole my wallet. I literally watched the man steal. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? And then I was like, I know I didn't put it in my purse because I didn't take it to my purse because he took it. He stole my wallet, stole my identity. And this happened in December. And he actually passed on my information to his girlfriend, which she wanted to keep playing, pretending that she was me. I'm so honored that I'm famous like that, okay? You know, thank you for making me feel famous, okay? So, the other thing was, so he had his girlfriend or whatever. He told me, he's like, well, it's his girlfriend. And one day, out of nowhere, I'm talking to this lady on the phone. She's like, no, we're not together. We're not together. But then I see you with everything that he's doing. Like when he came up there with a statement from the judge talking about that they gave him 100% custody. I said, what the hell? The Daily Center would never. I'm going to say that. And so I got a little agitated because I'm just like, this is a stupid case. Like, this judge is tripping. Like, for real, he's tripping. Because he's thinking I'm the aggressor and I'm the one. Like, did we get into an argument on 4-7 back and forth? Yes, we did. And I, like I told him before, I respect you as a judge. I want you to respect me as a human. That's it. That's all. I'm not trying to get into it with no judges and, going confinement and all this other. I'm not trying to do that. I'm a professional before I'm anything. I'm a professional. I've worked in the mental health, behavioral health field for 14 years. I'm a professional before I'm anything. So for a judge to talk down to me like I'm a nobody, no, judge. I mean, you got a judge thing and you got law and all that. That's wonderful. I'm really happy for you. But you need to learn how to treat people. Even as a judge, you got to know how to talk to people. It's very rude to just talk anyway to a person and be like, oh, I'm just going to keep on talking to them any kind of way. He never believes nothing I say because this man, I guess he's the superstar of this case because they've been just letting him win on everything. So, I got to order protection because he started like trying to threaten me and things like that. And then, like I said, it was an altercation and all this other stuff. And I was like, I'm not about to deal with this. I only want for my daughter to heal and for me to heal. Okay? Reminding you all, she's seen that wall. And she heard what he did. And she was standing right across from him. So, fancy that to the GAL up here talking to him. Oh, she missed 30 days of school and I'm mentally unstable. And the only reason I found out because I called one of the illegal consultation and I said everything that person told me to say and that judge chopped my head off. Do you hear me? He chopped my head off. And then when he gave us the date that we come back next time, I said whatever. And when he gives us the date, I normally would hang up. He puts, well, the next day, I guess he went up there and was like, yeah, she's 9/11. And he was like, well, his parenting time is supposed to be all until a certain time. I'm like, no, that's not, like, what is you talking about? Even as a judge, I'm starting to think he's a little off because the agreement said that he would pick her up from school and bring her home. Now, if they spend a little few time together and go to a couple of stores and stuff, that's perfectly fine with me. I don't care about that. But then you got this weirdo bad like a pedophile, and I don't like that. So, because like I said, a lot of young girls used to always play with him and stuff, and he'll think like it's super funny. I'm like, playing with young girls like that is not good, okay? And my daughter, the way she talks to him the way she does. But I tell her, you're not talking to me like that. No. Because I am going to tell you, as your mother, that's not acceptable. And stay out of grown-ups' business. But, so, the judge took custody from my baby. They literally took my baby at the school. But again, remember, they're gang stalking. So they're all in my emails. So if the judge sent me a notice, of course they're not going to have my new email. Because they keep trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Bully me. Cyberbully is what it's called, really. And so I'm just like, I'm not changing another number. You gonna see what you gonna see. You gonna get these naked pictures. Whatever I send out to people, you gonna see it. Because you have no business being in my phone like that. You are supposed to be in a relationship with this woman. So why are you and her hating on me? Y'all hating on me to the point that they would take my emails and throw them in a junk. And I know sometimes stuff goes to spam, but no. These literally is like important emails, just like they did my baby therapy appointments. My baby told me she was feeling suicidal for 6 months, so I got her therapist right there. Boom. This therapist does her plan, everything. But they kept on doing stupid stuff, gang stalking, constantly in my email, constantly in my phone, looking at the numbers and deleting numbers out my phone and all on here, looking over here, looking at my Facebook, looking at, I'm talking about straight gang stalking. So what gang stalking is when people are using technology to basically have information on you. And so, like I said, when he stole my identity, he gave this woman my stuff. Because how is it y'all gotta be going in my phone? Because how are you in my chart? And first of all, I don't have to explain anything to neither one of y'all. You shouldn't have been in my, you should not be compromising my phone. You should not be looking at my messages. You should not be doing any of this. And I keep asking y'all to stop. Tell your little hacker friends in the gang stalkers, to stop stalking my accounts. Leave me alone. And I mean it. Because you all are trying to bring out the other side of Shanika, but you don't want these problems. I'm telling you. You don't. You really don't. And I don't got time for peasants. I'm royalty. I don't have time for low life people. So if you want to be at the bottom of the barrel, baby, stay there. But don't keep coming for me. Angel numbers 1111. Don't keep coming for me. Leave me alone. Go live your life. If you can consistently are gang stalking my phone, that means, and that tells me, y'all miserable. You are miserable. And you want me to be miserable too, but baby, I got too much to do. I got kids to take care of, kids in college, all this other stuff. I don't got time for that dumb stuff. Y'all need to grow up. Cause you and all these gang stalker people, and I know his brother is an IT tech. So y'all done hooked it up some type of way where y'all are entered into all of my stuff, my social media, my Facebook, my YouTube, you name it, they have been in it. And then she's gonna say one day, go take your meds. I said, what? Bitch, you have no business in my business. That's what really pisses me off about the whole situation, because he added this person into my business, and now this bitch thinking she the coldest motherfucker there is. Leave me the fuck alone on everything. And that's all I'm going to say. Because just like you get all this information you trying to get up on me, I'll get information on you as well. So leave me alone. Stop stalking my phone. Stop stalking me. And then my baby, then the fact that he got the order of protection with my baby, then they gonna ask Thomason, well, I want her to have supervised visit because I don't want her to run off my baby. First of all, let's talk about how he as a parent was not keeping his dates. He said that he was going to get a lap band surgery, which is the biggest lie he ever could tell. He said he was going to get a lap band surgery. Them people say, my daughter, I only called because my daughter was like really like nervous. She was like, oh my goodness, is my dad okay? I was like, I will call and say. Them people said they have not done any lap band surgery within 2 or 3 weeks. And he was not on that list. So, with that being said, you play mind games. Can I talk to you? I blocked him on everything. I was done already. He's like, can I talk to you? I look at the door, he's already there. What is, it's just weird. And then when he would pick it was a pickup drop off in the front. This man tries to go around the house to see who I have here, which is none of your business. You ran this man. When I tell y'all, I was talking to this woman and she's trying to pretend like they weren't together. She was lying the whole time. She's been in a relationship with that man. And then a girl, the stud friend, oh yeah, she ghetto. I don't give a fuck how ghetto she is. Baby, my name is Shanika. That's the ghetto right there, okay? So I'm not trying to hear none of that stuff. The only concern I had is the fact that she has my family last name. On my dad's side and on my mom's side, I have Jones in my family. But I don't think she's related to either one. So with that being said, like I said, keep my name out your mouth. Stop trying to go and because she's a court whore. So she's teaching him how to be a court whore. And so with that being said, like I said, these people are looking at everything I do every moment, which is sick. They was in my rain system. They was in my ADT system. You name it, they've been in every system there is. Which I said, I am tired of the shit. And I don't want to deal with it. But it needs to stop. And it needs to stop now. Because the shit is crazy. Like, what the fuck? You have no life that you're so focused on me? Baby, let me tell you. Just like Haman planned on having Mordecai killed, guess what? The same trap that he set for him is the same trap that he died by. So remember that. God ain't about to play about me. Okay? God is not going to play about me. So, anyways, like I said, they are gang stalking, which like I said, they have taken over my email. Well, they think they're taking over my email by watching everything I do. I'm not hiding anything anymore. Just stay the fuck out my stuff. That's all you gotta do. Stay the fuck out of my stuff. Period, point blank, the end. And tell your little gang stalker friends, get the fuck off my stuff too. Because like I said, when I looked at the ADT system and I looked at the users, I'm talking about people in New Hampshire. People are in different Amsterdam. They're all over the world stalking me. So that's just stupid. And he called, and so I know that he had a lot to do with this because he got, oh, since that happened, my I can't drive live. I'm like, what? The man lied just because, okay? But gang stalking is a group of people working together to basically assign themselves to try to bring you down. But when you are a child of God, baby, you better be careful with me. You better be very careful with me. Seriously. Because God don't play. And Billy needs to know. Even though I wasn't going to say his name. But he needs to know. He knows my prayer life. He knows how I go before the throne of God. He knows how God works on my behalf. So keep playing with fire. You're going to get burned. Again. So like I said, right now, I don't want to have anything to do with him ever again. I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to say anything to him. I don't want to be a part of nothing he has. I was trying to have a good relationship with this man, but the whole time this man used that relationship to steal from me. Steal from me. Steal from somebody that always had your back. Steal from somebody that always backed you up. When somebody say something about you, I'm right there. I'm going to defend you. Had I known you would do this type of stuff, I wouldn't have never defended you. I wouldn't have never married you. Because it was a waste of time. You acting like you gonna get yourself together, having temper tantrums. I'm talking about this man used to be having temper tantrums, jumping in the car, like Incredible Hulk. I'm like, this motherfucker need to go. One day he told me, he said, let me out. I said, go. Then gonna talk about some come back and get me. No, I shouldn't come back and get you. Cause you stressing me out. Stressed me out when I was pregnant with my daughter. But now he wanna, I want to put my daughter on an order protection, and I want her to be with me. Boy, you only want her to be with you so you can just keep filing her on your taxes. That's the only reason you care about that baby. So you need to be honest with your damn self. Because you don't really care about my baby like I care about my baby. I am a mama's mama, and I'm a mama bear. So when it comes to my babies, don't fucking play with me. And I mean that shit. Don't look at my life and think it's a laughing matter. Like that bitch that day was up at this school. I could have went and beat her motherfucking face in. I could have. But me restraining myself and really trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with my daughter. That was why I was so focused on that. Other than that, I would have been smoked that hoe. For real. Like, boom, boom, boom. You get these. You gonna get these hands. For real. If you don't get yourself together. But I try not to do that because I am 43 years old. I'm an adult. Now, she may be an adult by age, but definitely not mentally. And she been hurt by a lot of people. I don't give a fuck who this lady been hurt by. I don't give a fuck. You're hurting me now. Basically to make this bitch feel good. So therefore, we could never be cool again. You stole my identity, gave it to this lady so that she can call the mortgage company, call this person. None of that stuff is her fucking business. Why did you put this bitch in it? And so now you're fucked up with me for life. You could never speak to me again. I never want to talk to you. If they got the Talking Parent app, I'm going to let Brooklyn talk to you. I don't want to have nothing else to do with this man because this man hurt me more than anybody has ever hurt me. And I've been through a lot of shit in my life. But it hurts more when somebody that you thought they was cool with you. But the whole motherfucking time, they used that time to scam on your ass. Those the motherfuckers that can't be trusted. They need to be dusted. If you know, you know. But like I said, I am remaining calm, cool, collective, because once I spaz, I go to 1,000, not 100. So I've asked y'all several fucking times to stop hacking my shit. Tell the cool in the gang or whoever the fuck these gang stalkers are to get the fuck on. I ain't got shit for y'all. I literally have nothing but my beautiful face, of course, and this pretty body. Shake it, baby, shake it, baby. But as for me and that man, he can never talk to me again. And I mean that with my whole heart. Because anyone that steals your identity, anyone gives your information to a female, that's some bogus shit. And that's some flaky shit. And I guess she be sitting by him while he's in court on Zoom and all this other dumb shit. And my thing is, in the state of Illinois, you got a girlfriend, my boy. So, really, if I was to bring that up, how's that gonna make you look? You got your girlfriend doing all this to your wife, your ex-wife, soon-to-be ex-wife. You ain't shit. You'll never be shit. She ain't shit. And she'll never be shit. Because you both are showing low life activity. Going in my phone while I'm asleep. Bitch? If you got 7 kids, tend to those 7 and call your 18 baby daddies you got. But leave me the fuck alone. And that's on everybody I love. That's gone with the wind. My ancestors, they're thugs. They will come back. And then you fucked up. And then he put on an order of protection talking about my cousins are gonna do something to him. My cousins ain't thinking about your messy ass. You thinking more you just basically trying to get your paperwork put in so you could look like you a standard father. But really, a father that do bitch ass shit like this ain't really a daddy. Just because you a sperm donor, because that's what the fuck you are. And then you want to act like I'm doing this and that to you. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about that bitch. I could care less. Y'all live y'all life. But what y'all need to do is leave me the fuck alone. And stay the fuck out my phone. Because I'm not changing my number. And I'm not changing my email. And she had the nerve to say, oh, you should check your other email. Bitch, which one? The one you hacked? Nah, I ain't hacked. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And the reason I know that the hacking started from her home is because when I tried to log into one of my Gmails, it literally said iOS in Bellwood, which is where this woman stays. So with that being said, fuck them. 2 tears in a bucket, fuck it. But leave me the fuck alone. Because it won't be a pretty sight. I'm going to tell you that. Leave me alone. And when I ask people to leave me alone, and if they don't leave me alone, they'll figure out why they should have left me the fuck alone. And that's it. Thank you all for tuning in. Hi, yes. I know you keep telling me you're deaf, so I'm going to leave on here my Instagram so you can DM me and we can talk via chat. Because you may have a lot to say, but secretly move your hands and write to you. Oh, that's the only way I'm going to do it. So I'll put it up. You all follow me on my platforms. I'll put in the description box all of my tags that you all can start following me. Support Black Girls Are Pretty Sweet Dreams. It is June 19th. Juneteenth coming up. Oh, barbecue time. So I love y'all. I thank you all for your support, your continuous love, and always being there for me and listening to me vent, because this type of shit anybody else would have been broken. But God got me because he know that I'm strong. Hey, strong. And as I said, the moral of the story is don't get with somebody and just marry them. Get to know them. Find out who they really are. Because these people are always scheming and scamming. You got to be careful. Watch who you call your friends. Everybody is not your motherfucking friend. Everybody is not your cool person. The people that I have in my life that surround me, 10 toes down, baby. Them the only ones I rock with. But a person that betrays me and also betrays me to the fact that they gave my information to another person, we got a problem. And you can never solve it. I don't want to hear I'm sorry, none of that shit. You can continue in that negative ass vibe that you in and do what the fuck you want to do, because I give zero fucks at this point. Be with your bitch and move on. Leave me alone. Because at first I thought this man really was trying to be cool with me, but I was like, nah. The whole time he did that shit so he could steal from me. I can't even believe it. Like, did my first husband do a lot of stuff to me? Yes, he did. But not to this extreme. Not to this extreme. So I really wish I never met him. But I thank God for my baby. I love my baby girl. My baby girl is beautiful. She's a loving person. She's sweet. She does not see any wrong anybody does but me. So yes. But yes, so I'm really at the point. I gave you a chance to regain yourself, to try to keep a close connection, because like I said, it took 10 or 11 years for me and my first husband to actually be cool with each other. But now it's just like, with him, I never want to talk to him again. I don't. Because you never cared about me. If you do stuff like this to me, that means you did stuff like this to the woman before me, who tried to warn me. But no, I'm thinking, oh, when women are that, Yes, yes, yes. But Habib, love. And all the rest of y'all, I love you all. Love, peace, and just let your soul glow. It's Neca's real talk from a real place. Real shit. For real, though.